All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing you your daily horoscope for Monday, the 23rd of March, 2020. We've got the moon in the sign of Pisces for the first half of the day, and it's going to move into Aries later on in the evening, getting ready for that big Aries new moon happening very early on Tuesday morning. So the sun is also in Aries, right? New beginnings, fresh start, spring, taking the initiative, taking the self-initiative to create things in our lives, right? Let me show you the chart here. As it's a pretty fantastic day. All right, we've got the moon in the morning on Monday, starting to create the beautiful sextiles over here to Jupiter, to Pluto, to Mars. Now it's really interesting, and Saturn was here earlier, right? You know, these are all the outer planets. The fact that we have a Jupiter Pluto conjunction, that we had a Saturn Pluto conjunction, and we have Mars creating the conjunction between Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, and a Jupiter Saturn conjunction happening in December. Okay, this is epic astrology, my friends, and all happening in the same sign of Capricorn. And here at 0 degrees of Aquarius now. You know, this hasn't happened anything like this in all in one sign in about 130 years. Okay. This is very magical. This is a very special time in life. And we have to be able to see the silver lining, you know, in all things. And through this time of going inward, right, and especially over this weekend as the moon has been in Pisces, of going inward in our journey and figuring out what is best for us on, you know, the moon creating the sextile to the south node, the moon creating the trine, water to water, you know, to the north node, and the sextile to the south node. This is, again, you know, an intuitive emotional release, okay, that aids to the sun squaring the nodes right now, which is a deeper, you know, traumatic, you know, releasing almost like a physical, releasing a physical pain, giving it back, you know, or thanking it. You know, it's so important that we thank our fears, you know, that we thank the things that have kept us limited, kept us small, because they served a purpose for a time, right? Our precautionary instincts, right, keep us safe for a certain amount of time. You know, am I going to just stand up and do a backflip right now? No. The odds of me landing on my neck and breaking my neck and being paralyzed is probably pretty good, okay? But with practice, okay, with practicing, learning my body, learning my balance to do that flip, over time, that fear of doing the backflip is going to hold me back from actually being able to do it, right? So this is really important times that we're in right now as we're dealing, and again, all this week, hugely dealing with that sort of releasing of our fears. What is fear that served us at one point that's no longer going to serve us to where we're going? Okay, and this certainly deals with our relationships with ourselves as well as relationships with other people. Okay, this is a huge opportunity, right? And we have, although it's not pulled up here proper on the chart, you know, this connection happening here between Saturn and community, future-driven Aquarius. We have to, you know, take ourselves and make this connection. Again, it's just how I have the chart set up. But they are creating a connection right now, okay? From air to fire. And the air is going to ignite the fire. The fire helps, you know, it's this continuation. It's a, you know, Ouroboros. It's a cycle. So, you know, community, we're driving forward. We're planting the seeds. You know, we are figuring out who our tribe is and how we're going to make it through this as all the hands connected together get us over the river, that fast flowing river of life that's going on right now. And it takes our participation, our help, and our letting go of fear, our letting go of staying in a safe place to connect with these other hands to get us to where we're going, okay, the future. Now we have Pluto exact conjunct with Mars this morning. All right. It's at 3 a.m. Oh, whoop. All right, that's between 1 and 2 a.m. So I'm putting this out on Sunday afternoon here. So we're going to feel this, depending on where you're at in the world, you're going to feel this Sunday night into Monday, all right, which is really, really powerful, really positive. It's fun, when these happen at the nighttime, when, at a time of rest or a time of winding down, and it's just like these conjunctions leading up to it. It's the pressure point, and then after the conjunction is the release, where we get to, it's just like confronting the fear, acknowledging the fear, letting go. So Mars is our planet of action, acceleration, our moving forward to. If the mind, Mercury, and the heart, Venus, both decide on something, that this is what we want, and this is how, this is, what we want to bring into our lives, Mars says, I'm going to achieve it. Okay? If I want to be able to do that backflip, Mars is saying, I have to exercise, I have to get, I have to do the work in order to be able to start that practice. If I want to do a backflip, my heart and mind are set on it. I want to be a ninja, right? Every boy's dream is to be a ninja. Then this is how I'm going to get this. If I want ice cream, my brain and my heart decided I want ice cream. I'm going to go to the store and buy ice cream. If I want whatever it may be, Mars is our action, and this is how we get it, right? So the heart desires, the brain thinks, or our intuition comes through us, right? And our intuition being in Pisces right now, and although that can be seeing through the fog, it's also, we're dealing with endings right now. Okay, we're dealing with great endings to start this new beginning, which is very important. While Mercury is in, it's again, we're ending this thing like, okay, I have done the work to be able to do backflip. I have to end my brain cycle that says I can't do a backflip. It's so important, and we're going to be dealing with this until about the 10th or so. And we're dealing with this, the Mars-Pluto energy is happening now, but we're also dealing with the energy of Jupiter, Pluto, these big outer planets, and that's going to be very relevant until about April 7th. Okay. So April 7th, these two are all playing. Okay, Mars is now going to move into Aquarius. Mercury is making its way through Pisces. We have to acknowledge our setbacks. We have to acknowledge what's going on in our lives and break into this, this new ground here. And this new moon on Tuesday morning is going to really, really help that, right? Getting over that fear, getting past the I can't, getting into I can. Personally, something I've been working on for years, as I do these videos, is working with yoga and meditation and Tai Chi, different sound baths, filming them. And everyone that I reach out to, everyone's like, oh, I'm interested, but I don't want to do it right now. Okay. And I'm like, this is the future, my Mars is in Aquarius, right? This is the future. This is where we got to go. It's in the 6th house as well, right? Which is my work, right? So it's like, this is where we have to go. We have to get past these fears to creating something more, something greater for ourselves, something greater for the community, for the people that aren't able to come into the classroom, right? Now we're at a time where all the yoga studios are closed. Everyone's creating online stuff or trying to create online classes, and we're being forced to move forward, right? So the universe works itself out. Astrologically, everything works itself out to where we're being propelled to go where we have to go. So sometimes we can be holding back and being resistant, and this is saying, okay, I've got to move forward. I have to take these next steps. I have to step out onto the leading edge. I have to take that leap of faith, right? And Mars in this Pluto conjunction is saying I have to transform my thoughts, transform my fears into actions of positivity. This is the death and the rebirth of something brand new, the phoenix rising from the ashes, okay, of self. And this is a huge opportunity right now to move forward, to create great things in our lives, to plant those seeds. This sun in Aries, springtime is here. All right, and get ready for this full moon, because it's going to, or this new moon, excuse me, as it's going to be very impactful in our lives come early Tuesday morning. So as always, thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.